But if we can make a quick pivot, because I want to make this abundantly clear, the Suns gave up young, talented wings for an already made, hot and ready, hot pocket of a superstar, Kevin Durant. And I use that metaphorically speaking, as in, I'm going to go to this hot and ready team. I'm going to go to that hot and ready team. And we should be able to bake it in 30 minutes and just come on. Championship. That's getting exposed right now. The Suns currently, they don't have any depth. Monty Williams is forced to lean on his starters because of the lack of depth. He knows that. I don't think it's Monty Williams got stupid all out of the blue all of a sudden. He's like, oh, Monty Williams can't make good rotations. That's not it. He doesn't have any players to rotate to. Who is he going to put in? Landry Shamet? Stop it.
This
Come
just
on.
in, Chris Paul is possibly out for game 3 and 4.
Done,
Oh
bro.
no,
They are fried, bro.
that's not possibly. He out. For
He's done. I saw the way he grabbed that hamstring, taken from a Houston Rockets fan who saw them in 2017, 2018. Yeah, he's done. He's not coming back this series. And that means the Suns are fried.
So this is speaking about the Suns. This is my analysis through game 2. Obviously, when you down the saying goes, the playoffs or the series doesn't start till somebody loses at home. Then on the other end of that, you can look at Denver and say they did nothing special other than protect home court. Yippee go, yay. However, when you look at how games 1 and 2 have unfolded, I think there's a severe cause of concern for the for the Phoenix Suns and not being prisoner of the moment simply because they're down 0-2. The reason I say that is because when you watch the games, obviously with now Chris Paul going down and Isaac mentioned you trading away all these assets and all these pieces. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, they have to play damn near perfect just to have a chance to win. Them playing perfect doesn't ensure or give them a high chance or opportunity at winning. Both of them have to play great just for them to have a chance to win. I don't see, and maybe that's because Chris Paul went down or whatever, but I don't personally see when the game flow begins to go up and down, there's no scheme or no anything being ran to get those guys easy shots. Granted, it's Kevin Durant, it's Devin Booker, so I mean teams are already gonna plan to make their lives a living hell when it comes to trying to prevent them from scoring and attacking. But games 1 and 2. Game 1, both Murray and Jokic, had relatively good games. And the game turned into a blowout as they had all their role players chip in majorly, right? Then game 2, the game goes towards a grinded out mode. As we say, playoffs, the game slows down, have court, what you gonna do. And the Denver Nuggets and the pieces that they have, they could afford for Jamal Murray to have a horrible game and Jokic pick up the slack and they still find a way to win. KD can't have a bad game and Devin Booker still go off. It's not enough. They both have to be on their A game. I feel like every single game of this series to have a chance at winning this series. And I think that's all because of the lack of help, the lack of support, the lack of talent that they have around those two guys. It's not the matchup, obviously, for DeAndre Ayton. It's not like he fits to go crazy against Jokic with having how much he has to work on the defensive end. And yeah, even if KD and Devin Booker both average 50, it's still not going to be enough to beat them. Like, they're going to have to shoot pretty damn efficiently to be averaging 50.
I don't know, man. If they average 50, they make it do it.
The bench in game 2 had a combined of 4 points.
Never mind.
like when you talk about like a well-rounded team, and mind you, again, they only play 8 games. And those 8 games in the regular season, they didn't play against no true competition. And they're sitting here faced with trying to scramble to find chemistry. Chris Paul is out. And let's be honest, I feel strongly in this. they are just meeting their eventual fate. Because one could strongly argue and make the case, had Kawhi Leonard not got hurt, the Suns could be out of here by now. So they just unfortunately got injury luck on their side with Kawhi and PG being out, and their talent was able to override the Clippers in that series.
But that goose should have been cooked in the first round. You right.
Yeah, like they fake just catching up with them in terms of them not having a full, well-rounded.
We want the Nuggets. We want all the teams y'all said was tough. Grizzlies, Warriors, Nuggets. So when we go beat whoever come out the East, they gonna be beat up. I don't believe in the East no more.
Yeah, and so and you look at what's going on with. I want to stay right here with Denver and the Suns, but you look at what Boston got going on. They don't close out Atlanta when they're supposed to close out Atlanta, even though they eventually won the series. But you don't close Atlanta.
Boston in trouble. They let James go for the 4-5. I ain't talking about the snub in the
club. They don't close out Atlanta and Trae Young when he don't have DeJounte Murray, and then you give up game 1 against the 76ers, which could possibly fuel Joel to be like, damn, we got a shot. I may force myself to come back. So I don't really like the consistency in which they playing with. Granted, it's the first team to 4, not the first team to 1. So you got to respect the game in that regard. But yeah, the Suns are drastically in trouble. And here's the other thing. Here's the other conversation that may need to be had. I know he's a great guy. We all like him. He has great quotables, and he just seems like all around like a solid individual outside of the basketball court and being a coach. But like, do we like put Monty Williams on the hot seat to be like, hey, bro, finals, okay, you lost, but when you're supposed to go back to the finals, you end up losing to Jokic. I mean, not Jokic, to
the one-man circus, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Luca Brasi, like now you got KD and Devin Booker. Granted, the team isn't fully well put together, so we could go move you out the way to go look at the GM. But it's like, come on, Monty, like what we gonna do? Like, we can't fall victim to the your turn, my turn. Yes, these are great players, but like you gotta figure something out, bro. You got to figure something out. You got a world-class scorer in D-Book. You got, with some regard as the point guard before he got injured in Chris Paul. And now you got arguably the greatest scorer ever in Kevin Durant. Like, Monty,
can we get used to calling maybe LeBron the greatest scorer ever, since he is the all-time leading scorer in points?
I mean, yeah, but just for the KD.
I know. I'm just saying. I know what you mean.
No, for sure.
It's hard.
Operative word, arguably operative word. But for all those reasons is why I think the panic button should like be pressed in terms of like what the Phoenix Suns have showed us, because D-Book and KD have to be perfect. They have to have A games. They can't have a B- game, a B+ game, or they could just possibly hope that Jokic and Jamal Murray both just have catastrophic nights. And that's their way to possibly steal a game or two. But I really think they're in trouble based off what we've seen in their scheme and their system, and this is not being prisoner of the moment.